Hi there everyone. Well, I've been here in Cape Town almost a month now. I originally planned to be here no more than 2 weeks, but we've had one delay after the other, which has been incredibly frustrating, but we've had to enjoy our stay here. We've been water skiing, we've been to the beaches, we've seen penguins, we've been on a safari, we've climbed Table Mountain twice, and generally had a really good fun time. I came here mainly to sort out my rudder stock, which was the main problem. When we craned the boat out the water to get a closer look and took the rudder out, we noticed that the bottom bearing was really worn, and also the sleeve around the rudder stock itself was worn. So we had to mainly replace the sleeve and also work on the bottom bearing. Whilst this happened, we also took the opportunity to dismast the boat, take the mast off, and have it looked over by Southern Spars, who thought it looked in really good condition, and except a small minor problem, it was given a complete bill of health. So we put the mast back on and put the rudder on after fixing that, craned the boat back in the water, and this was after 2.5 weeks. And we set about our testing, and on our first sail, I immediately wanted to test the pilot, of course, and it's flashing up with all these fail messages, and worst of all, it was being intermittent as well. On one tack it would do this, on another going this way, that way, sailing this speed, sailing that speed, with the rudder this way, with the rudder that way. All these things were changing it, and it was really quite, it wasn't a good feeling. To put the boat back in the water looking really stunning, and then bam, no pilot on our first days of testing. So I spoke to NKE, friend in France, and worked for a few things, but what was most troubling was that one of the things they'd never seen before, and for the guys who built the system to say that, that was the point where I said, we cannot carry on with this system. It's not reliable, and we need a brand new system. So we spoke to our sponsors, and they said, you need a new system, and they were more than happy to supply one, which was really kind of them, and really great. It shows, this project is made up of so many people, not just one. So we ordered the kit on Friday, and it arrived on Monday, and we immediately set about fitting our new BNG kit. So it's a completely new system with every wire being new. And so we set about fitting it, and it took about 3 days to fit it, and whilst the BNG technician was fitting it in and wiring it in, I was always on the boat, finding out where he was putting these wires, and how it all worked, how the processor was set up, all these different things, and what I would have to do, if one thing was misbehaving, and how to fault find it. So we went about that, and after 3 days it was fully installed, and we set off on our first test sail, which went reasonably well. We had a minor hiccup that we did one of the calibrations wrong. So that test sail wasn't as best as it could have been, but the next day we did some more testing, and it worked absolutely faultlessly, which is really great. I'm really happy with the system. We tried it upwind, downwind, fast reaching, up to a steady 14 knots, so it's definitely pushed, and it was responding really well. Everyone here in Cape Town has been really hospitable and really kind and nice to us and supportive. There's so many people here, who love the idea of the trip. But to name a few, Manuel, Tommy, David, everyone here at the yacht club, we've always been happy to lend a hand. So I'm hoping to leave on Sunday now. I was planning to leave on Friday, but the weather's turned in to a southeasterly, so I can't. But Sunday it is. Okay, I'll speak to you later. Alright, bye.